Welcome back, guys. We're here with another video. Today we're talking about the new Spanish Tier 10 Premium Destroyer, Alvaro De Bazan. As you can see, we have the Bazan here. I am excited to have shown this ship. I really enjoyed playing the ship, testing it, and I think a lot of people will enjoy this ship. Now, why would I say that? Well, Alvaro De Bazan, as you can tell by the XP count, hit the ship a good amount. Alvaro De Bazan is a Regolo, technically speaking. That's really what it is. It's a Regolo at its core. With a lot of with changes, but it is a Regolo at its core. Similar hull, same guns, and same torps. That'll be important later. First, let's look at stats. Alvaro De Bazan, 24,000 HP. Just like Regolo, you have actually a lot of HP to spare here. It's alright. I mean, it's still a Regolo, so you still eat a lot of full pins, but 24k HP, that's not really that bad. It's pretty good for a destroyer, I'd say. Mobility-wise, actually, you know what? Let's bring in Regolo for this. Bazan is... Okay, it's weird to describe the maneuverability. You're technically a big destroyer still, so the agility is kind of... The turning is alright. The acceleration, though, is a little better than Regolo's. Compared to Regolo, you have about half second of acceleration. Granted, Regolo has to reach half a knot faster speed than you, but that's besides the point. So your acceleration is a little better, so you're a little more maneuverable, acceleration-wise. You have worse max traversity, but you have a better turn time, so keep that in mind. The guns on Alvaro De Bazan. This is the bread and the butter of this ship. This is a gunboat through and through, although torps aren't bad, but this is a gunboat through and through. You have the same reload as Regolo, but unlike Regolo, you lack access to sap because it's not an Italian ship, so you do not have sap. But the AP that is in place to the sap, while it's not as good as the sap does 591 damage, 593 actually. The AP cannot be slept on. The AP has crazy alpha strike. The pen is outrageously good. The best way I can describe it, imagine having Colbert AP with Regolo shell ballistics. That's basically the best way I can describe these guns. They're really good AP guns. The HE, just like Regolo, is kind of whatever. You use it against the things you can't pen, but that's about it, honestly. The HE is nothing special. The range, though, this is important to note because Regolo is notorious for having a sub 8 kilometer gun range. It's the worst gun range destroyer at the tier by a pretty large margin. Bazan takes the Regolo's really nice DPM, and you just add another kilometer of range. It's kind of ridiculous, the fact that you get another kilometer of range on what is basically just Regolo guns with AP. So you really have some room to play here, and it adds a dynamic way of playing the ship. We'll get back to the guns in a second. You have the torpedoes. Now these are, I'm not joking, literally copy-paste torps. There's nothing different. If you play with Regolo torps, you know what you're getting here. These are just carbon copy torps, which is good because Regolo has really nice torps. You have a lot of range, they do decent damage, they reload relatively quickly, they have a decent flood chance. They're just very nice torps to use. Nothing really to hate about them, besides the low number of them. AA, we don't even need to talk about this. The large caliber AA damage is kind of good, but you don't have DFA, so don't even worry about it. The AA sucks. The big difference here, and I think this is the biggest, and probably the best advantage you have over Regolo, besides maybe one thing, the concealment difference. Regolo, it's not the worst concealed destroyer at the tier. It's akin to some of the larger destroyers like Harugumo. It's a little better than Kleber, Elbing, but it's not really the most stealthy. This thing has, you know, I'm gonna go to the comparison system just so I can make this a little more obvious what the concealment difference is like. This thing has half a kilometer better concealment. If that is not the buff of all time, I do not know what is. You have, let's put this out here. You have Regolo, basically the Regolo DPM. You have basically Regolo torps. You have basically Regolo's HP pool. But you just now have half a kilometer better concealment. Oh, and you have more gun range. If that is not a sign as to where this ship is going to be placed in the meta, I really don't know what is. Besides the hilarious concealment, which is ridiculous, honestly, You have the skills with elite. Well, we'll get to the build in a minute, but the skills. You have a speed boost level 2. So you don't have the Regolo's hilarious spamming speed boost. You can't really go 50. You can't really go 50 knots in the ship, but you can go 46 knots pretty consistently throughout the game with the speed boost. So it's a little slower than Regolo, but you can maintain a pretty good speed for most of the game. For some strange, odd, bizarre reason, this ship has 3, not 2, 3 smoke level 2s. You have gearing smokes on a Regolo that has basically the same DPM, basic half a kilometer better concealment, 24k HP, and Regolo torps. Keep that in mind. You have 3 smoke 2s. And the cherry on top, because it's a Spanish destroyer, you have a burst fire. But this is no normal burst fire like Castilla. Castilla has the Dookie water burst fire, as everyone knows. This is and 3 burst salvo burst what's it called, burst fire. But the cooldown is only 18 seconds. You can literally burst fire someone, sit in smoke, and wait for your burst fire to reload to come back while you're still in smoke. It is absolutely disgusting the things this ship will do. The combination of the smokes, the combination of the... I'm gonna put this in perspective. This is a big destroyer, right? I think we can all agree with that. If we remove this out of the equation, get some other destroyers in here. Z42. No one will count Z42 as a bad destroyer hunter. It's a great destroyer hunter, actually. One of the best of the tier. It has decent concealment. You know, 5.83. It's not horrible for a destroyer this large. This thing, for some reason, outspots that. Do not ask me why on earth a Z42 is being outspotted by a Regolo-sized destroyer. It's honestly kind of impressive how good this ship's concealment is. Now, it's not a vampire. You're still pretty far behind vampire. But the fact that you can get this close to something like Smallin is actually ridiculous. There's just no warning as to when this thing's gonna come on your face. There's no warning. Just no warning. This ship's... I cannot stress enough how strong this ship is. As for the build, standard DD equipment, reload acceleration, and concealment. Standard elite bonus, and the gun operator. You don't need torps. Use all the guns. And we are using Alvaro Cortez. Alvaro Cortez is almost, I would say, perfect for this ship. All standard. Pretty much you take the same build as Regolo would, except you don't take Master Reloader. There's like no differences between this and a Regolo commander, honestly. Emergency response, torpedo alert, preheating, victorious charge plus is nice, and Daredevil plus this is even nicer because you have a very good HP pool. So just like Regolo, you can have Daredevil activating at a pretty high HP pool. Generalist, fully prepared is a very, very nice skill. Very, very nice to get the heals back. Mistweaver is critical as a Smoke 2 ship. Engine Overload, Honor Seeker, APCS plus. This is a clutch commander skill. Your AP is slaps people. You do not overpen destroyers like Elbing. The AP is actually ridiculous in the ship. And then of course Giant Hunter. So that is the stats. This is, in my opinion, a top 5 destroyer to 10. Just looking at the stats, looking at my actual stats in the ship. If anyone is wondering, yes, I played the ship 88 times. I had a lot of fun playing the ship. I have an 84% win rate, majority solo. 15 KDR, majority solo. Actually, it's pretty much all solo. I don't know what I'm saying. Kills per game of 2.45 and an average of 95,000 damage. With an MVP rate of 59%. This ship absolutely messes people up, and it's not even funny. I really cannot stress how good this ship is. I really, really cannot. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend this ship to anybody who likes Regolo, to anybody who likes gunboats, especially AP focused gunboats. And it's just devastating what this thing does with this burst fire. But speaking of burst fire, let's see what the burst fire does. And here we have the first game in the Alvaro De Bazan. We are playing in chain. We have 2 DDs, 1 cruiser, and beautiful battleship matchmaking. Beautiful. So the way you want to play Bazan is you play Bazan very, very similar to Regol in the sense that you want to kill the DD first. Why? Because you have burst fire, 3-shot burst fire. 3-shot burst fire, I didn't mention this earlier, has a 12k, you're not hearing, you're hearing this right, a 12k alpha with AP. It is actually ridiculous, the alpha you have on DDs with burst fire. I call it the portable Hindenburg salvo since, I mean, that's what it is. It's literally a Hindenburg salvo at any time you want in the game in the ship. So we're just gonna, push in closer to it's not nomination, closer into this middle cap. Use the speed boost early, have the AP loaded ready for the destroyers. Because unlike Vergola, we have really good concealment and we have a normal smoke. We can actually push pretty aggressively into the cap without having to. Well, we still want to don't go in because we don't have a radar or anything, but yeah, let's give them a hard time. I'm trying to flank here to go for damage though, to be honest with you. I'm here waiting for a destroyer or battleships to push in. I see FDG for a split second. Once again, we have Vergola torps. We have a super long range. You can see on the minimap we have super long range in these torps. They can pretty much reach across the map. So I kind of just send them out. Why not? I see these gearings. Just I have no clue what this guy in gearing was doing. You see the burst fire. I was like, should I use it? And I was like, nah, there's no point. I'm gonna load HE for FDG, because I don't really pen FDG this range, even with APCS plus, maybe with AP camo, but I'm gonna go behind down. So I'm just gonna use my burst fire, try to get some fires. You can see it's amazing, this burst fire. Now the HE alpha is pretty dookie with the burst fire, but that's not really the reason for it. With quick note, if you switch ammo types during the burst fire long reload, it will not count it will restart the reload. Also, you can just see I'm trying to just kill the FDG with the burst fire, trying to get some quick shots. You see there, switch back to the AP reload. So keep that in mind. Even if it's on the last second, you switch to HE, it would go back to 18 seconds. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're playing the ship, or any burst fire ship for that matter. So I don't know where gearing is still. He kind of just went behind the island, just like left. So I'm just kind of being a little wary with this Vermont and stuff. I still have 3. I still can't believe this. They have 3 smoke level 2s. This is also damage heaven right here. 3 battleships chilling, full HP. Like no radar ships. This is just amazing. I see FDGs reversing. I know I'm gonna be in sonar range soon, so I start turning away. Hopefully try to not be in radar range. And now I'm gonna start farming this Vermont bow because we have amazing AP DPMs. They're about 50k. And yeah, no, the AP is just amazing. We're gonna get some nice torpedoes on this FDG. You see, we have Vergolo DPM, but we're sitting in smoke in their face. Like, what are they supposed to do? Every time I play this ship, like, immediate reaction is, what are you actually supposed to do against this ship? Maybe if you're playing Gdansk, you can note this out, but like, if you don't have Gdansk or something, a radar cruiser, it's kind of wraps. Like, you're just gonna be suffering against this thing. And at this range, we actually do full pin FDG stern. Now we don't, but I'm just trying to get fires. I'm trying to just, burst this guy. Because he damage controlled the flood. 1 fire. Triple perma fire. Triple for the burst fire. That is a good situation to use HE on the burst fire. If you see someone damage control, burst fire, usually send 24 HE shells with a 4% fire chance. So you probably will get at least 1 fire. So do not sleep on the burst fire if you see someone damage control. Dodging FTG salvos here at this point. I'm not really worried here. I'm trying to go stealth because, again, we have better concealment than Regolos. We can kind of just drop detection for, like, no reason in these guys' face. But we're, like, one of the biggest destroyers in the game. So, it was just in smoke again. We just repeat the process. We have 82k with 3 minutes left. Plenty of damage left. It's just, this ship is so ridiculous to play, honestly. It's just kind of wrong playing this ship. Big caliber. Not big caliber was 94k. Now we've already gotten the average damage of this ship on this account. This guy's just, I feel bad for this guy because he doesn't know what the ship does, and like the ship's just so good at farming and smoke. Like there's just nothing he can do. Now I'm just like, okay, well now I gotta have to lead the smoke, so I kind of have to just go bow in. I don't want to kite because if I kite, I'm gonna miss out on damage, and we might lose the game if I kite. So kind of forced to push Vermont so we can get to the destroyers over there. That's my immediate thought this time. Boom, boom, boom. Hit some torps. Waiting for Vermont salvo. I'm just aiming for the bow here. Vermont salvo goes. We lose a gun. That's fine. Now we just go ring around the rosy on this guy. And yeah, no, it's wraps for this Vermont. He doesn't even know. He probably knows at this point I have burst fire since he saw me shoot burst fire. But at this point, we just, I'm just like, well, I mean, we so full send burst fire into the stern, kill this guy real quick. Boom, 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 dead. There he goes. 157 with 2 minutes left. No, this is not the 200k game. Yes, I did in fact get a 200k game in the ship. It's kind of hilarious how I got that, but don't plot either. That's an unofficial world record that probably won't be broken for many months. Now I just see this gearing. This is actually the same gearing from earlier. He was just hiding the whole game. And this is absolutely devious what I do to this poor guy. Absolutely devious. He doesn't even know he's gonna, like, let's just rest in peace, your soul. This ship's just so evil, man. This ship is just so evil. It really isn't fair to face the ship if you people don't know what what this ship does. A lot of people don't know. So I just feel bad for them, honestly. Like, they're just getting absolutely eradicated by burst fire. This guy does YOLO Marco Polo, which is a very interesting choice. So, very interesting thing to do in Black Shima. I kind of whiffed the travel, so yeah, no, that doesn't really do much. But he just dies to Marco Polo, so that doesn't matter. But like, it is just outrageous what this ship does. It is outrageous. I really cannot stress enough how strong this ship is. Is it better than Gdansk? I know this is gonna be a question that comes up. Is it better than Gdansk? No. Not for farming, at least. For farming, Gdansk is still better because Gdansk, I mean, we do crazy damage, but Gdansk can probably do this damage just as well as crazy HE, and the DPM's not that far off, honestly. Plus, Gdansk has a radar, so it automatically can just also. This Smolensk does die off screen, by the way. He just burst fire. Yeah, but I would probably say this is more enjoyable than Gdansk, to be honest with you, because this is just so much fun. Although Gdansk is also a lot of fun, this is just a lot of fun. And here we are with the next game. We have 2 games today. This is the second one. This isn't as high of a damage game as the previous one, just to be clear. But it's still a good game. I thought I would show it off. Also, that is a thing. I'm using the Bluto voice lines. By the time this video comes out, there will already be out of NDA. But we have the Bluto voice lines. It's actually this would not be for future videos. If you get annoyed by it, I'm sorry, but I was just testing out the Bluto voice lines around this time, so you kind of have to bear with me here. But we're pushing on the flank here. In cage, you really want to catch these destroyers. Regolo can do the same thing. Catch a destroyer, there it's dead. In Regolo. This thing, if you get a whiff of the destroyer, it's kind of wraps. It's kind of wraps for the destroyer. Sending torps early, trying to hit the torps on one of the cruisers. There's a Shimakaze. We smoke up. You gotta feel bad for this guy, right? Like, he's he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's pushing in. Boom. 1, 2, 3, dead. Absolutely deadly, this thing against destroyers who are not aware of what happens. It absolutely is deadly. I don't even know what he could have done there. Unless he knew what I had, I don't know what he could have done there. He got to flank a little harder, I guess, but then he just dies on the flank, so like nothing changes really. So, you know, the ship's devastating to destroyers. Devastating. We have I don't know what this Montana's doing. He's just pushing into me for free, I guess. Nice little voice lines. Yeah, no armor can save you. Yeah, I really wish I had this off now. But yeah, no, we're gonna just get the nice torp hits. The AP, you see the AP DPS just racks up over time, and then we're just gonna get some torp hits going. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's just 60k already. We have 60k in 2 minutes, and a destroyer. And remember, we're not even YOLOing in this ship. We're just pushing in. Which, you know, but everyone's pushing into me. Don't worry, I got smoke too. This ship is truly an amazing ship. It is truly an amazing ship. Now, I would like to point out, I do want to put a reminder, as good as I'm making it seem, it is not the easiest destroyer to play tier 10. Now, the burst fire is kind of ridiculously easy, but yeah, this guy's gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna kill him, but, you know, just make sure, you know, just why not? Try it out. And we just sit and smoke and wait for a reload. As easy as I'm making it seem, it does still take some level of brain cell power to not instantly die in the ship. You can't just overextend burst fire, have like an 80-second cooldown and keep pushing. That's not really how that works. So you need to know when to use your burst fire. You need to know when not to push, when to push. Simple flanking the shore tactics. But not everyone knows that, so it's not. This is not like a small land situation. At least it's an AP focused destroyer, so it's a little less, harass level compared to Gdansk. Gdansk is just kind of menace to deal with, but this thing at least is only menace to like the smaller ships, right? And it could farm good ships, but yeah, I'm not really worried about San Luis this range. I'm being completely honest. I'm really not in a fear of this guy. This guy, I have no fear of San Luis player like this. Now the focus fire is a bit of a problem at this range. San Luis still hurts, but we still, we have a lot of HP to spare, so it's not horrible. I'm kind of waiting for him to get low enough so I can burst fire. And but at this point, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm gonna burst fire. And unfortunately, I don't actually know if we get hit by this Torp. I think we do. Never mind, I'm just the go to dodging. Yeah, also 97k, 3 minutes left. I forgot to mention that earlier. I'm just gonna go stealth. I'm not even gonna shoot San Luis. This is Smolensk in front of me, so there's really no reason for me to shoot San Luis. It's way too risky. At my health pool, if I get shot by San Luis and Smolensk, I'm probably dead. But this thing is kind of a menace to Smolensk because your AP pen Smolensk like a Kleber does, but you have smokes to face Smolensk. Now, we don't have smokes now, but I'm waiting for the Smolensk just very carefully. Hope my team kills the San Luis. They start killing San Luis. And there's Smolensk, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Smolensk about to die to burst fire. Watch what happens. If that is not the most beautiful thing you can see today, I really don't know what is. That was wonderful to watch. In game, I was hyped. That was something else. That is, yeah, no. It is truly a beauty to watch. Bad guns, boom, kill, 4 kills. Yeah, this is a good ship. 10 out of 10, highly recommend it. Goated, absolutely goated. Is the Alvaro De Bazan. Obviously this is press account using Cortez maxed out, using everything maxed out, but still, I would definitely recommend the ship. If you can get it for a decent price, this is the destroyer to get. Definitely one of the premiums to get. I would actually argue this is a top 5 destroyer in the game. The only premium destroyer that would even come close to this is probably Trump, but that's just Trump. Yeah, no armor can't save you. And I'll just farm Yamato. I'm gonna just send the burst fire in case he dies to everyone else. Just get some extra fires. Why not? It's outrageous. This ship, it is really outrageous. No words can really describe what I'm doing right now. This is a near 130k game, so these are normal. Well, granted for me, these are normal games, but still, and we get the kill. Take that 5-kill Kraken. We take it. Yeah, Alvaro De Bazan is coming to Blitz. Absolutely goated destroyer, and I cannot wait for everyone to enjoy this ship. I had a lot of fun playing, as you can see, and I mean, honestly, there's really not much like it. Highly recommend it. I'm at a loss of words for describing this ship. Really, a loss of words. But that will be doing it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. These 2 nice games on the new Spanish 210 destroyer, Alvaro De Bazan. I'll be seeing you guys next time.